Are you over 65? Then stop for a moment and pay close attention. What I'm about to say goes against what most people have believed for decades. But it's something that surgeons, physical therapists, and mobility researchers already know very well. Walking is healthy, yes. But walking alone is not enough to keep your legs strong as you age. Not even close. If walking were really all the body needed after 65, millions of elderly people who walk every day wouldn't struggle to climb stairs. They wouldn't feel their legs trembling when getting up from a chair. They wouldn't be afraid of stepping on uneven ground. And they wouldn't lose their balance so easily. But the reality is different. Surgeons see this every week in clinics and hospitals, people who walk miles every day, but still lose muscle mass, leg strength, and stability. The risk of falling increases year after year, even among those who walk a lot. The truth is simple and straightforward: walking activates only a small portion of the leg muscles. It does not strengthen the exact muscles that aging targets the fastest. That's why I want you to stay with me for a few minutes, because you're going to learn 3 surgeon-approved exercises that build much more leg strength than walking, especially after age 65. These are gentle movements, joint-safe, and designed specifically for people who can't and shouldn't do high-impact or risky exercises. Let's begin. Exercise 1. Sit and stand from a chair. This is considered by many surgeons and physical therapists to be the greatest indicator of independence after age 65. There's a simple test that healthcare professionals use to predict whether an elderly person will be able to live independently or will need constant help in the future: observing whether they can stand up from a chair without using their hands. This single movement reveals almost everything about someone's physical condition: leg strength, balance, coordination, mobility, and fall risk. And why is this so important? Because the sit-to-stand movement activates exactly the muscles that protect you as the years go by: quadriceps, glutes, hip muscles, core, and the deep stabilizers around the knees. Walking barely stimulates these muscles. But standing up from a chair activates all of them at the same time. How to do it correctly: sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Lean your torso slightly forward, shift your body weight to your legs, and stand up by pushing against the floor with your feet, without using your hands. Then lower yourself slowly and with control until you sit down again. Do 8 to 12 repetitions, rest, and repeat one more set. If you need to use your hands at first, that's totally fine. Just use them lightly for support. Over time, your muscles will get strong enough to support your body on their own. Surgeons trust this exercise so much because studies show that people who perform better at this movement walk faster, climb stairs more easily, maintain independence longer, and suffer fewer dangerous falls. Walking doesn't train this movement pattern. But this exercise trains exactly what you do when getting out of bed, off the toilet, from the couch, or out of the car seat. After just a few sessions, you'll already feel your thighs and hips working like they haven't in years. In a few weeks, standing up becomes easier. In just a few months, you'll feel stronger, safer, and more confident in all your daily activities. Exercise 2. Heel raises. Now let's move on to a simple but extremely powerful exercise that can reduce the risk of falls by up to 30%, heel raises. The calf muscles are essential for balance, for walking stability, and for preventing stumbles. When they weaken, something very common after age 65, the risk of falling increases drastically. How to do it: stand up while lightly holding on to a chair or a wall for support. Raise your heels off the ground so you're on your tiptoes, then slowly lower them back down. The movement should be controlled, not rushed. Do 10 to 15 repetitions, resting if needed, and repeat for 2 sets. This exercise strengthens the calves, improves circulation in the legs, increases ankle stability, and helps your body react faster when you misstep. Over time, you'll notice that you walk with more security and stability. Exercise 3. Single leg balance. The third exercise targets something that walking alone does not develop effectively: neuromuscular balance. Most falls don't happen because a person is weak, but because their body can't react quickly enough to correct their balance. How to do it: stand near a wall or a chair. Lift one foot off the ground and balance on the other leg for 20 to 30 seconds. Then switch sides. If it's difficult at first, lightly touch your fingers to the wall. As you improve, try to reduce this support. This exercise strengthens the deep muscles in the hips, knees, and ankles, and it also trains the brain to communicate better with the body. With practice, you'll gain stability, coordination, and confidence to walk on any surface. When people talk about leg strength, they almost always only think of the thighs and hips. But there is a muscle group that is absolutely essential and often ignored: the calves, the muscles located on the back of the leg, below the knee. They are the forgotten heroes of mobility. Calves push the body forward with every step, stabilize the ankles, and help maintain balance all the time, even when you don't notice it. When these muscles weaken, walking becomes slower, climbing stairs becomes harder, and the risk of falling increases significantly. What most people don't know is that after age 65, the calves lose muscle mass faster than almost any other muscle in the body. And walking, by itself, isn't enough to prevent that loss. That's exactly why many surgeons call the calves the second heart. They help pump blood back upward, improve circulation in the legs, and keep your movements firm and stable. How to do the exercise correctly: stand near a wall or chair for support. Raise your heels and stand on your tiptoes as high as you comfortably can. Hold that position for 1 second at the top of the movement, then lower your heels slowly with full control. Repeat this movement 12 to 15 times, doing 2 to 3 sets. And why is this exercise much more effective than walking? Because walking only activates about 20 to 30% of the calf's total capacity. Heel raises, on the other hand, activate between 80 and 100% of the muscle fibers. This strengthens not only the calves but also the ankle stabilizers, foot muscles, Achilles tendon, and the deep fibers responsible for balance. Research shows that older adults who practice this exercise regularly can reduce their risk of falling by up to 30%, especially in everyday situations like slippery floors, uneven ground, and stairs. Over the weeks, you'll start to notice clear changes. Your steps become lighter, faster, and more stable. Your ankles begin to feel more secure, and walking long distances becomes less tiring. Not because you're walking more, but because your muscles are finally strong enough to support your body with stability. Exercise 4, knee lifts, marching in place. Now we've reached the third exercise, a movement that trains something walking simply cannot replace: hip flexor strength. One of the biggest mobility issues surgeons notice after age 65 is weakness in these muscles. They are the ones that lift your legs and allow you to take safe steps. These muscles are essential for getting in and out of the car, climbing stairs, lifting your foot to step over a curb, and avoiding trips. When the hip flexors weaken, people start dragging their feet. Steps become shorter, the feet don't lift high enough off the ground, and small obstacles become major risks. Balance quickly gets worse. And here's a crucial point: walking hardly strengthens the hip flexors. That's why many people who walk every day still struggle with stairs or trip over simple objects. How to do the knee lift: hold on to the back of a chair, countertop, or wall for support. Lift one knee up to hip height or as high as is comfortable for you. Then slowly lower it and switch legs. Do 10 to 15 repetitions on each side and complete 2 sets. Surgeons have great trust in this movement because it strengthens exactly the muscles responsible for a safe and stable walk. It prevents the feet from dragging on the ground, improves coordination, and drastically reduces the risk of unexpected trips. This exercise does something fundamental that many people never realize: it retrains your nervous system to lift your feet higher when walking. This greatly reduces the risk of tripping, one of the leading causes of falls in old age. It also strengthens the deep pelvic muscles, which protect the spine and stabilize the hips with every step you take. If this movement feels difficult at first, it doesn't mean you're too weak to do it. On the contrary, it's a clear sign that these muscles have been neglected for a long time. The good news is they respond quickly to the right stimulus. With consistent practice, marching knee lifts restore your walking confidence. Every step becomes steadier, safer, and more coordinated. Now, let's answer the most important question: why are these 3 exercises more effective than just walking? Let's make this very clear. Walking is good. It's healthy. It's important for your heart, lungs, and circulation. But walking does not stop muscle loss. And after age 65, that loss speeds up every year unless you actively strengthen your body. Here's the essential difference that almost no one explains. Walking improves endurance. These exercises build strength. Endurance allows you to keep moving for longer. Strength allows you to stay independent. Walking helps maintain your health. Strength keeps you safe. Being healthy is important. Being safe is essential. Walking moves you forward. Strength helps you get up. Walking keeps the engine running. These exercises reinforce the entire structure of your body. It's like the difference between just maintaining a car's engine and reinforcing the frame, tires, and brakes. When you combine walking with strengthening exercises, your body starts working the right way again with balance, power, and protection. And how often should you do these exercises? To get the best results, 3 to 4 times a week is enough. Perform each movement slowly and with control. Rest whenever needed. Prioritize the quality of the movement, not the speed. Most people begin to feel improvement in just 2 weeks, less insecurity when walking, more stability in the legs, and more confidence to carry out simple daily activities. In about 8 weeks, everyday movements start to feel noticeably easier. In 3 months, the changes become even more noticeable, balance improves, your ability to stay stable increases, walking becomes safer, and perhaps most importantly, the fear of falling significantly decreases. That changes everything, because when fear fades, confidence returns, and with it, the freedom to move without constant tension. Now, one final message that I want to make very clear. If you feel like you're too weak, too old, or that it's too late to start, listen closely, you are not too old. You are not too weak. And it is not too late. Muscles can grow at any age. Yes, even in your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. This isn't empty motivation. It's human physiology. This is something that surgeons, physical therapists, and rehab professionals witness every week in real life. And science backs it up. Studies show that the human body maintains its ability to adapt throughout life. Your body isn't failing you. It simply hasn't been receiving the right signals. Walking sends only one type of signal. Do these exercises regularly? Do them safely. Do them patiently. Don't rush. Strength doesn't return overnight, it comes back step by step, day by day, exactly as it should. And when that happens, something powerful changes, you stop just getting around and start trusting your body again. That trust is the real secret to aging with dignity, independence, and quality of life.